Hey everybody, Fratum here, and tonight's video is going to be a short one. I just wanted to profile something that was pointed out to me the other day as a solution for cloud storage. I've, in the past, have always had a Dropbox account, and I've always had space on Google Drive, and through my work, I even have OneDrive, which I absolutely hate OneDrive. It's the biggest piece of... Anyways, that's just my opinion. So, I was using Owncloud for a while, and I had it set up so that I could connect to my computer at home through Owncloud, and it had storage space on my network attached storage, also known as a NAS. I liked it, and we even thought about running this software at my work, but there was a feature that we needed that was not supported in Owncloud unless you paid money, and I work for a community college actually, and we don't have a lot of money, so I never could get it approved. So the other day I was in a chat room, actually on Discord, the EGEE.io, if you want to visit, Discord server, and one of the guys in the chat room in the general chat mentioned Nextcloud, which is a fork of Owncloud that was forked off by their head programmers because they were tired of dealing with the BS going on in the corporate side of Owncloud. Now, that's just hearsay. That's just what I heard. I don't know anything about it, so I don't want to get sued. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys. I installed it on my computer here. It's the same computer that runs my Minecraft server. Now that server is doing double duty, and I pointed it at my network attached drive. So basically, I have 1.8 terabytes of available disk space to use for online file storage that I can access anywhere on the net as long as my computer's on, and I leave that server on 24/7. So I themed it. This is the login page, and I themed it with my banner from my YouTube channel, and then a penguin up here, and fratum.com, and then down here, and I can log in, Fratum, and my password, super secret. And what you'll see is it's a lot like Dropbox. You get a nice directory structure. This isn't my local home directory thing. This is a area that's set aside specifically for Nextcloud so that it's segregated. So, you just click to traverse down into folders. If you want to read a text file, you can click it and it'll pull up. I like the fact that the text file shows line numbers for the lines. If you want to look at images, you can click on an image and it actually has an image viewer, which is actually pretty nice. And you can share these links to people too, so that they can actually see galleries of images. Real simple to share. So if I wanted to share coast.jpg, I would just click on the little share icon here, and I could say share a link, and it'll generate a link. And now I got a link here, and I just copy this link, and I can actually hit go to this link. Well, this is what it would look like if I shared it to you. You would see this, and you could download it. So you can share whole folders. So I have a folder called Drop Off, and I'll explain that one in a minute. But I'm going to create a new folder. So I'll create a new folder, and we'll call it Fratum's Shared Stuff. So now I have a folder called Fratum Shared Stuff, and I can share the whole folder. So I can do share link, and say like I want to allow people to upload and just make it a public upload download spot. I could allow editing. I could do and password protect it. Give it some funky password. So now people need a password to get in, and now I can email the link to people. So if I wanted to send it to Bob at work, I could say bob@work.com and hit send, and boom, it'll send him an invitation to come to this link, and he'll have full access to this folder. So that gives you a lot of functionality, especially for collaboration. And again, you're not relying on storage in the cloud, so to say. Even though it's called Nextcloud, it's actually on your system. It's just a web interface to everything. but you're not relying on Google to have it, or OneDrive, or Dropbox, or whomever. And you have full control over it. You can add accounts for other people. So if you have friends that you want to have use this, you can set up disk quotas so that they can only have so much space. And you can really limit it. You can even make it so they can't really share to anyone but people that are also using the system. And a really cool feature is you can share to other Nextcloud installations. So if someone, say Bob at nextcloud.mywork.com, and that's a Nextcloud install, I could collaborate and directly share to just him, and it would show up in his Nextcloud directory. So it's kind of hard to show that because I haven't really played with it, but it's a really neat feature. It's called federated accounts. And anytime you install this and you create an account, you get a federated account of your login name at the domain name that you installed it at. So it's really useful. So one thing that I needed, being that I work at a school, and we haven't implemented this yet, I'm still building a proof of concept at work. But one of the things that we needed was a place for staff members to have, so students can upload their homework but not see other students' homework that was also uploaded there. So that's where this drop-off came from. And the way I set this up, and I found out today through the Owncloud support forums how to do this. So basically, when you share a directory, you can do allow editing, and then you do hide file listings. So once you have those two things checked, that protects the directory. So now if I open up a different browser, so we'll open up Firefox, and I go, oh wait, I need the URL, of course. So I can get the URL from here. And now if I go in with Firefox, so I'm not logged in, no sessions, no cookies. I do paste, enter. I now have this upload files to Fratum drop off. So I can drag and drop. Let's see if I have a file to drag. I got this screenshot from Wow. I can drag and drop it here, and it uploads it, and it says uploaded files, fm-spec.png. So I know it uploaded, but I can no longer see it. So going to this directory doesn't show anything for me. It just, so other students can go here. So now I go back as, say, the teacher, and I can go in this directory, and there it is, fm-spec. I can see it. So of course they're gonna have to come up with a naming convention, and I think the way they do it now at my current work is the students they name the file name like lesson 10 hyphen, John Doe, blah blah blah. They have a way of doing it, so that I'm not too worried about them figuring out who it's from. So those were the kind of the features that had turned me on to this. When I checked out Owncloud, that specific feature that I just showed you was a pay-for feature. It wasn't free. And to get it, it was the one feature out of the whole free version of the software that we needed. So they vetoed it. Where this system is free, and we can buy a support contract, so that way we're supporting developers. Anyways, I wanted to share this with you guys, and I'll show you some of the admin interface, which is kind of nice. You can totally choose how it tells you that, like my HTTPS isn't quite configured right. So I can go in and fix that. So it tells you when there's security issues. You can set up so that it does its maintenance stuff either through regular Linux cron jobs or through web cron, which would be something that you call every 15 minutes, a PHP script, or Ajax. And I like the Ajax. So it just does maintenance as pages load, which is kind of nice. So this tells me the version number and that we're up to date. And then server info. This is kind of neat. This is a live statistic. If I had multiple users using this, which I don't because it's just for my home use, it shows you the CPU usage, memory usage, how many active users, how much stuff is shared. I got 4 links. how much storage is being used, the PHP information, all that stuff. Then under sharing, this is where you can restrict what people can share. And this is where you can like restrict it so that allow sharing only with other users. Set default expiration date, make it require a password for all shares, that kind of stuff. So it really gives you an ability to tighten down the system. And then here's the federation thing I told you about, that for the sharing across Owncloud installations, which I need to play with this, and I'll probably play with this with my work install once I have the proof of concept going over there. Theming, this is where I was able to change the login screen and change the web address and the site name and then the slogan and then the logo and login image. Encryption, I haven't turned on server-side encryption because for home I'm not too concerned about it, but for the work install I'll probably turn it on, and that means every file that's uploaded is encrypted, which is kind of nice. And then I'm not sure what workflow is. I haven't figured this out yet. Oh, you can set tags up for each file. You can give it a tag so it makes searching easier. Usage reports, so you can get your reports emailed to you, and then it has log files. Additional settings. This is for the PHP stuff. Maximum upload size. This is controlled actually. It's grayed out here, so you can't change it. It's controlled by your php.ini file. You have to set maximum upload and maximum memory use for this to change from its default. Minimal, you can set password policy, which is kind of nice because we have strict password policies at the college. And then tips and tricks. These kind of just lead to external articles on how to theme and do all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this and show you guys that you can have your own cloud service running on your computer between this and using something like DynDNS. So if you have a dynamically assigned IP address that changes every now and then, you set up your Linux box to talk to DynDNS to report your IP address to DynDNS, and then you set this up, boom, you've got all the storage you need. If you need more space, you just buy some cheap drives, throw them on your computer or your network, and you're set. So this is Owncloud, which is an offshoot from, or no, excuse me, this is Nextcloud, which is an offshoot from Owncloud, and totally awesome program. Oh, the other thing I didn't show you yet is that under administration, you can go up to admin and go to apps, and it supports plugin apps. So there's a bunch of different types of apps that you can install that allow different things. Like one that I'm going to install at work is a URL shortener, so that the URLs are, kind of like tinyURL or bit.ly. And there's more and more of this stuff that is coming out all the time. And I expect to see this library of stuff just growing as this product matures. Anyways, they're up to version 10.01 to be exact, which I think is about the same as Owncloud. I'm not sure when they split from Owncloud. And as you'll see, like a lot of the stuff here was written by is part of Owncloud. Oops, I didn't mean to click on it. So it's all part of the Owncloud. So the Owncloud plugins work. So it's a direct port. And that's kind of nice because that means there's existing apps out there. So that's basically it for tonight's video. I wanted to share this with you. And I think this is a great product. If you have a computer running Linux at home, or if you have a server somewhere, this is a good solution for having a file sharing system that you control. You don't have to worry about viruses or people adding their custom headers, kind of like what that one popular file sharing site does, SourceForge. And it gives you this nice theming, so it looks like what you want it to look like. You can share it with your friends or whatever. So I hope you found that this was a useful product, and I hope you enjoyed the video tonight. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And any comments or questions you can post down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.